evening, everybody, and welcome. And happy full moon, the happiest of strawberry full moons to you all. And I'm wishing you guys the most blessed upcoming solstice as well. As we say, hello, Christy, and bless the room with light that happens to be coming through just at showtime, literally right on your host's face, and more light from the selenite. Also cleansing you all this evening with smoke from sacred herbs. We've got sage, mugwort, and elderflowers this evening. So welcome and thank you so much for being here. Those who are live, hi Christy, and those who are joining us later on the replay, welcome to all of you and blessings to all. We're here this evening to do another Herbal tarot card read. I'm very excited about this one. I'm always excited about them all, but I'm especially excited about this one because A, it's from my favorite deck, the Herbal Tarot, and B, it is, as I mentioned, the full moon. So this is a really great time for manifestation right now. I'm very excited to see what comes through for everybody. We had many of you join and participate this week. So I'm super excited to have some messages come through. First things first, however, I want to get you all into a lovely state of reception, being ready to receive. Oh, and now I have the urge to crack my knuckles, which means Victoria's probably going to come in the room real soon. So again, for those of you who are watching the replay, please feel free to join along with the video just as if you were watching live, because all of the breaths that we take, all of the intentions that we send are reaching you in your perfect time. So if you were not able to make it live, don't worry about it. Please still do the breathing with us because this is going to really supplement your day wherever you are. So what we're going to do today before we get the read in is that we're going to cleanse you all with deep cleansing breaths. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a little bit of imagery here, and we're going to use the smoke going across your screen as well as the light that the sun has obliged us with. And the selenite is just going to act as sort of a conductor of that light, because it's all vibration, and we're going to just clear out any mental or emotional blocks you all might have today, anything that might be keeping you from feeling aligned. We can really get that moving through your system with simply some deep breathing. So let us begin with that now. I'm very excited to host you all through this breath. So the first imagery, we are going to have you find your tailbone in your mind's eye. So you've got your spine, your head is the top of your spine, your neck goes all the way down, and at the very bottom, you're sitting on it if you're sitting right now, which I imagine a lot of you are. Your tailbone, it's the bottom of your spine, but it's also a very powerful source of cosmic energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to imagine that we're actually drawing these breaths through the tailbone as you breathe in. So the breath is actually going through the tip of your tailbone all the way up your spine, and then imagine that it's filling your whole physical being with magical glittering white light, because if that is your intention, then that's what's going to be. So ask your creator to help clear you out today. So we're going to begin wherever you are, seated or standing. Feel your tailbone pulsing and glittering with healing white light. Feel that white light and its intention to heal you. And I'm going to have you inhale through the nose. Inhale deeply. Feel that air filling your lungs and allow it to go wherever it needs within your body to create healing, drawing anything negative into this as you exhale. Blow into the smoke all the way down, and then end it with a cheek lift. One of the most important exercises that you can do, and you don't have to go to the gym to do it, a cheek lift. Hi, Diane. Let's do another breath, everybody. So find your tailbone, and again, if you find that you are breathing in and you hit like a hitch or you feel like you can't really get a deep breath, that's excellent. That is totally fine because we're actually hitting one of your blocks. So find that block, honor it, hold the breath right where you're at, and then breathe it out. So every breath is a perfect breath with you all tonight and every day. So wherever you are, seated or standing, feel the pulsing white light. Feel your tailbone, feel the energy from the universe. Inhale through the nose. Feel the white light going all the way up your spine, filling you, healing you. Hold it as long as you can, and then when you can hold it no longer, exhale. Anything you don't want goes out. All the way down into, those make me curl my toes, those breaths. Good job. Ending it with a cheek lift. I love it. I love it, you guys. Let's get to the read. So, card number 1 this week. Diane, remind me what card you had today. And if you're watching the replay, you can still drop a comment if this was your card. Number 1. This is a very, very beautiful labradorite stone, and it's rough. It's not tumbled, but we spoke, I believe, of labradorite last week about being a really good protective stone and also to help with the throat chakra. So this was stone number 1. Card number 1. And for those of you who chose card number 1, you chose the King of Wands upside down. This is Cinnamon. This is a fun card. So card number 1 choosers, you have chosen Cinnamon, the King of Wands. Let's see what tarot has in store for you. So cinnamon obviously is a delicious and warming herb. So this is Wands, and again, this is a reverse. It's a reverse pull, so that means you're going to have a slightly different interpretation of King of Wands, right? Yes, our King of Wands. Hi, Kathy. Welcome, Kathy, to the room. Hi, sweet darling. Which was your card this week? Do tell as I find King of Wands. Here you are. Oh, and right as I found it, I got an itch on the nose. So I'm wondering if this was your card. Card number 1, King of Wands, reversed. What does it all mean for you, those who chose card number 1? King of Wands, cinnamon. So first of all, cinnamon is a stimulant. It's astringent, aromatic. Obviously, cinnamon is very aromatic. We know that. It's used for coldness, poor digestion, raising general body metabolism. That's interesting. So, and this was reversed. So this is meant to signify an individual with a hardened exterior, but a yielding inner nature. Kathy, this is your card. So the first thing I think of when I read cinnamon reverse about somebody with a cold exterior but a yielding inner nature, it reminds me of the astrological sign Cancer, where they have the harder outer shell, but it's the soft inner shell, or the soft inside. So what I'm getting coming through for those of you who chose card number 1 is that, and this could be reflecting on you or somebody in your life, and of course my nose itches like crazy as soon as I start doing this read, is that I'm getting that don't judge a book by its cover. So it's kind of like there's somebody in your life that is either showing you a hard exterior, or it's somebody who you are putting a hard exterior up. against. Like it's somebody who you're trying to like keep at an arm's length because you are assuming that they're going to hurt you or that they have bad intentions for you. And what I'm getting is that this is just sort of like a guise, or this is sort of just the cover. And it's actually that they're going through something, and this is all going to sort of run its course. So for those of you who chose card number 1, it's one of these two messages. Either there's somebody who you're sort of like judging them by their cover, judging the book by its cover, but there's a lot of, now I'm getting, there's a lot of content in this book that you can learn from. So if you can cautiously start to let your guard down little by little, then you will actually learn from this experience. And if you're finding that you're putting up, so it's kind of like, I guess these both kind of fit together, sort of start to let your shell down a little bit. Not all at once. It's okay to kind of let, you know, like I'm imagining now like a little snail coming out of his shell just a little bit, and then he's like coming back out. So just begin to consider coming out of your shell a little bit more, and try not to be judging books by their covers. And that is the message that I'm getting through for those of you who chose card number 1. Don't judge books by their covers. You might miss a lot of information that could really help you in your life. So thank you, Kathy, and the rest who have chosen card number 1. And now, the lovely, you know there's almost always going to be a rose quartz in one of these reads because it's my fave. Rose quartz. This evening, those of you who chose card number 2, Rose Quartz, you've chosen Genetian. And that's the 3 of Pentacles. So now we're in the House of Pentacles, and let's learn you all about the herb Genetian and what it has in store for you. And this is number 3. So for those of you who chose card number 2, Genetian is a bitter tonic, okay? Made into alcoholic bitters with similar herbs. A few drops taken in water before meals stimulates the secretion of hydrochloric acid to aid in digestion. Genetian is also used with other herbs as a treatment for venereal disease. So what I'm getting coming through for this, and then we'll get to the divinatory meetings, but just from what's coming through in Genetian is that those of you who chose card number 2, there are people that you're meant to lean on right now. I don't know why this is coming through. It's like, oh, to aid in digestion. So it's like there's somebody coming through. Interesting. Okay, so the need to assimilate more skills and to cultivate deeper concentration and understanding as a foundation to developing one's talents. Okay, cool. So what I'm getting for card number 2 choosers is that now is the time to lean on somebody who you're looking up to. So as far as the bitter tonic, I'm kind of seeing what that's wanting to tie in here. Is that, okay, so you are only going to be able to it's as if you have this plan in sight, and it's like this long-term goal, and you're feeling as if you can get there on your own, but this message came through a couple weeks ago too, so I'm wondering if this is the same individuals. So it's kind of like there are people that you're meant to lean on right now, and that's kind of like what I'm drawing from the fact that it said, made into alcoholics, with other herbs, so alternative made into alcoholic bitters with similar herbs. Okay, so these are individuals who have your similar interests. So it's probably somebody that you know either from, I'm like talking really fast. Spirit is very excited for whoever it was that chose card number 2. It's somebody that you know like from work, or if it's something that you have like a hobby. These are individuals that you've been looking up to for a long time. And what I'm getting for those of you who chose card number 2 is that now is your time to approach these individuals as sort of like a mentor. And it's your time to mix with basically the knowledge of these individuals and move to your next step. So that was so funny. Card number 2 choosers, get a hold of me if you chose card number 2, because as soon as I started to read that one, I got like, my heart rate went up and I got really kind of like sweaty. So somebody was meant to get that one specifically, and it's a very excitable messenger who's here with me today on this. So excellent. Those of you who chose card number 3, you chose a really pretty peacock ore. This is actually chalcopyrite because this is untreated, but if this were treated with certain chemicals, this would actually turn into an even more lovely and dazzling color. But as right now, this is mostly blue and green. Yes, thank you, Kathy. So yes, those of you who chose card number 3, you have chosen a very powerful card from the major arcana, the Death card, Elderflower, and it's been chosen reversed. So drop an emoji in the comment section if you chose card number 3, because I love the Death card. It means change, it signifies rebirth, and it usually means that there's something really exciting coming up. So for those of you who chose card number 3, you got Elderflowers, the Death card, upside down, reverse meanings. Elder was traditionally planted in cemeteries in Europe and parts of the U.S. as a protection against negative spirits. The flowers are an alterative and a diaphoretic. They're made into tea for colds and fevers and to purify the blood, remove putrefaction, and to clear the skin. Symbolically used for clearing the past, letting go of old ways of being, protecting oneself from possible karmic reactions to past deeds. And I mentioned that card number 3 came through reversed. So here are the reverse meanings for those of you who chose card number 3. So listen up for your message. That's right, this is Diane's card. This is a great card, Diane. Reverse meanings, alarmism, fear of impending doom and crisis, lack of enthusiasm and feeling. This is a really great message. I work with this message every day in my life, both with myself and with my clients, and the message is coming through really loud and clear for those of you who chose card number 3. And I'm going to use, this is an appropriate timing coming off of Father's Day. I'm going to use an example that my dad taught me when he was teaching me how to drive, and it stuck with me not only as a principle for driving, but also as a principle for life, because I had this huge fear that I was going to hit the cars that were parked on the side of the road. When I was driving, you know, in residential streets, I would be so afraid that I was going to hit the cars that I would like come close to hitting them. And my dad was like, if you focus on those cars, if that's where your vision is, if that's where your intention is, you are going to drive right into those cars. But if you focus on what your goal is, your path, where you're going, straight ahead, home, whatever, look at the road, the line in the center of the road is guiding you. Look at that line, and you're not going to hit the cars on the side of the road. And now as an adult, I really do use that as far as like, what you focus on grows. And I use this a lot. So for those of you who chose card number 3, reversed Death card, the big message is what you focus on grows. It's right under your nose. And whatever your intention is, whatever you put your intention toward, that will be what you will be manifesting into your life. So if you've had a tendency to be worrying about, like, what if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? And thinking that you have to prepare for impending doom, a really good technique is to just remind yourself that you have all of the knowledge and you've already been through all of the experience that you need to take care of yourself in the moment, and you don't need to worry. And that's definitely the message that's coming through with this card, is let go of trying to predict the future. Leave that to me. And don't worry so much about what you think might go wrong, and really start focusing and putting your intention with as much gusto as you can muster master into what you want and how you know that it's going to go right. And you know it's going to go right because you can see it and it's right down the road and you've got your eyes on the prize. Don't you worry about the cars on the side of the road. Don't even look at them. Don't worry about what could go wrong because it's all going to go right. And just keep your thoughts focused on that and know that if anything does go wrong, if anything pops up, you're prepared. You're prepared to handle it, and even if you juggle the ball a little bit, your teammates are going to be there to help you in case you fumble. So go for it. Focus on your goals. Remember that you have help here with you in the ether all around. Call on your guides. Call on your spirit guides. Call on those who have been with you your whole earthly life, and focus on what you want. And do your cheek lifts. And that's all I got for you, baby Earthlings, tonight. Short, sweet, just like this one. You guys have the best week ever. Happy full moon. Please contact me if any of you need anything as far as questions on how to charge your crystals, how to cleanse them. And yes, oh my gosh, I almost forgot one more thing. And you know what we're going to do? This is a really small live, and what I had promised was surprises during the live, and I was going to do a drawing. I almost signed off without doing the drawing, but since I believe it's just Kathy and Diane in the room right now, so what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to give you just a one-on-one 3-card read. So I'll contact you guys just to thank you so much for being here and to kind of get you guys in touch with your guides. I'll contact you, and when you feel like it's the right time, I'll shuffle the cards. We can do this within the next couple of days. We don't even have to be on video chat or anything like that. Just let me know that you give me permission with your intention to do your pull, and then I will do so. I'll do your read. I'll let you know what came out of it. I'll send you the whole screenshot, and you know what? I'll probably just do a dictation letting you know, and then you can just listen to your read, because I was going to do a drawing, but there's just 2 of you here, so that feels more fun for me. So, ladies, thank you so much for being here, and everybody else on the replay, thank you so much for watching and showing up. Thank you guys for participating and for choosing your cards and commenting, and please continue to do so, because I'm just going to continue to reward you guys and put you in touch with your loved ones. Yay! Diane's excited, and so am I. So, also another thing is I'm going to be working a lot on the Etsy next week. A lot of fun stuff coming out. So teas will be back, crystals will be back, and oils as well. Yay! I can't wait to see you, Kathy and Diane. So everybody have the best week ever. Happy solstice if I don't see you before, because I believe it's on Friday. And I just love you the most. And you guys are the best. Thank you so much for being here and playing with the universe with me. Have the best night. Oh, wait. Don't go yet, Kathy. Kathy, I hope you're still in the room. Right as I was about to sign off, Hunter said, Mom, wait. I want to say hi to Kathy. Hunter, say hi to Kathy. For those of you who don't know, Kathy is my administrator on Facebook. I haven't been going live on Facebook, but back when we did the show, Kathy was part of our Faithful Five, and she is my soul sister, and as is Diane. I'm certain that we all knew each other in past lives, and Hunter and Kathy just have this beautiful connection, and he just wanted to come over and say good evening, not only to you, Kathy, definitely first and foremost, Kathy, but also to everybody. So Hunter says hello. I truly, truly love you guys all so much. Thank you, everybody who's been supporting me this year. I hope I've been able to give you guys back, you know, the support in these reads and in everything, and I truly hope that you are all getting stuff out of this, because it's my honor to be able to do this and to bring through messages for you guys. Kathy misses Hunter. He literally just came over to say hi, and now he's gone. How do you like that? He's my little prophet. All right, I love you guys. Have the best week ever. Mwah.